Saxon Math 7-6, Lesson 100. Congratulations, my students. You have made it to a huge milestone in our math for the year. Lesson 100 is always a big deal. If I were with you, I would have asked you a day or two ahead of time, what's your favorite, like, small candy? You know, Skittles, Starburst, hot tamales. Nobody likes hot tamales the best. Mike and Ike's, Good and Plenty's, whatever. And then I would have brought in 100 of those for you to appreciate just how many lessons you have indeed done. But we're not together, and I can't bring you candy very easily, so sorry about it. But I do have, maybe you'll see this as a treat. Lesson 100 is a disappointment to me because it's an activity. And I'm not against the activities in this book. If we were together, I would have done this together with you guys in class. But it may or may not work in your quarantine, lockdown, coronavirus life. So I'm going to explain to you what John wants you to do in this activity, and then I'm going to ask you to decide for yourself. If you do it, that's great. If you don't do this activity, I won't cry. All right? So it's in the book. It's lesson 100. What John wants you to do is he wants you to get some stringer masking tape, scissors, a tape measure, a calculator, and a recording sheet. We'll show you how to set up the recording sheet in a minute. This activity works best if you do it with a partner. This activity works best if you do it with a partner who is going to follow your instruction. So honestly, if you have a younger sibling that you'd be like, hey, you want to help me with my math? And they'd be like, heck yes, I feel important now. That would be great. If you have older siblings, they can just have an attitude about things like this. So you can decide if you have an older sibling that would play along or an older sibling that would disrupt this activity. A parent is fair game, or honestly, you can just do it by yourself. It's not that big of a deal. So what you're supposed to do is go around your house and find some round things. Playground circle, I don't even know what that means. Trash can, plate, pie pan, top or bottom of a can, a flying disc, they mean a frisbee, bicycle tire, anything that's a circle will do. And then what you're doing is you're using the string to measure the circumference, the outside of the circle of all these different objects. It's easier to wrap a piece of string around something, cut it off, and then measure that string against a measuring tape than it is to try to wrap a measuring tape in a circle. So the string is to help you measure it more simply. But what you're going for over here is you're measuring, I don't know why you would do the top one. Oh, that's just estimates. We don't need to do that. Just do part 2 here. You write down the object, pie plate. The circumference, that's the outside edge. The diameter, that's the line that goes right through the middle, right? We talked about these a lesson or two ago. And then you divide this number by that number, which is what they show here, right? Circumference divided by diameter, and then you'll write your answer. This is what you use the calculator to do, right? You measure these two with the string, and then you hold the string up against the measuring tape, and then this you calculate with the calculator. All right? The purpose of having the person help you is that sometimes this process is a little bit complicated, trying to wrap that string around. Like if you're doing, say, your garbage can, if you have a round garbage can. Most of them are square now, though, right? That kind of rounded square thing that the trucks can pick up. But I'm just sitting here. I see pots in my garden that you could do. I see a couple vases and things around the house that I could measure. Glasses and plates in the kitchen would work. Different bottles in the bathroom, you might be able to find something. Cans in the cupboard. So just look around your house, find a handful of things, measure the outside edge of the circle, measure the distance across the top, and then divide that. We'll talk later about what that is. Let me just write this down. This starts on page 477. if you get a chance to spend maybe 10 to 15 minutes, if that sounds fun to you, go for it. If you think, I have a million other things to do, I'm really in the middle of an incredible Smash Brothers tournament with my siblings, that's fine. I'm not going to cry if you don't do this. I do want you to do the lesson 100 homework, practice, and no, there is no practice for this one. So it's just the problem set. Do that as usual. There aren't any problems that relate to this activity. So this is my main takeaway for lesson 100. Do the homework. There is no practice set. There are no problems that relate to this activity. So carry on, my friends. Good luck, and I'll see you soon.